So like Sylvester Stallone, he didn't want to be in Creed 3, basically because it was like some other director and he didn't like that dude or whatever.
And Irwin Winkler.
But I think this, this says it from like Michael B. Jordan's perspective and whatnot.
To Adonis Creed building his own legacy and moving past his mentor, first-time director Michael B. Jordan has finally revealed the real reason why Stallone isn't in Creed 3. Here are the juicy details. It's no secret that the feud between Stallone and Winkler was a contributing factor.
Right. So Winkler, Stallone ain't like him, basically. I think Stallone ain't like the way the story was going with him or something like that.
Jordan didn't say that, but it's pretty obvious, don't you think? If you didn't know about the messy history between Stallone and Winkler, let me tell you about it. The actor had been battling for the rights to the Rocky franchise for decades at this point. Back in 1975, he tried selling the rights to Rocky to multiple producers with the condition that he'd be cast as Balboa. Since he was a nobody in Hollywood, no one accepted his terms. But that was until Irwin Winkler and Robert Chardoff came into the picture. They loved the idea. However, they weren't convinced about casting him in a big-budget sports drama that may or may not bring them bundles of money, especially when you can cast established actors like Robert Redford or Burt Reynolds. But Stallone wouldn't have that. He even threatened to walk off if they didn't cast him as the lead. So, after repeated negotiations, they came to an agreement. Stallone got $35,000 up front for the rights to Rocky, as well as his acting fees. Winkler Chardoff Productions had unlimited access to Rocky. What could go wrong? Fast forward to 2022, and Irwin Winkler and his children, Charles and David, began developing an Ivan Drago spin-off from Creed 2. And this is where Stallone lost his cool. He uploaded a post on Instagram and went on a rage-fueled rant. He called Winkler a pathetic 94-year-old and claimed that he and his vulture children were picking the bones clean of a wonderful...
Heartbreak just found this out once again. A pathetic 94-year-old producer and his born are once again picking clean the bones of another wonderful character I created without even telling me. I apologize to the fans. I never wanted rock characters to be exploited by these parasites. By the way, I have nothing but respect for my true friend, Dolph Lundgren. Who is Dolph Lundgren? It's a whole lot of like big movie names and big movie people that I have no idea about. Like I have no thought about. I don't know nothing about, bro. I think that's like a whole different type of like environment, though. I would love to be interested.
Character he created in 19.
So, Rocky spin-off film, Drago set for MGM with Robert Long, right?
75. He's deleted the post now, but it doesn't matter.
Obviously.
People were able to take screenshots of it when it reached over 100,000 likes. You can clearly see that he was more than just a little upset. It wasn't that Winkler and his kids were developing a Drago spin-off. It was the fact that they did it without consulting him or asking for his input. That sounds harsh, but that's what happened. That's just one example of how Stallone has been fighting for the rights of Rocky since the beginning.
They're doing stuff behind his back. If you was the main character in the movie and the people wasn't trying to give you the rights to it, I would have walked off too. Like, this is literally my movie, bro.
Creed 3 was moving in a direction that Stallone wasn't happy with. You see, he's been a part of every Rocky and Creed movie since 1976. Whether it's the screenplay for Creed 2 or directing and starring in 4 of the 5 Rocky films, he's always been heavily involved in the creative process. In fact, he even has a producer credit in Creed 3. But I know that the first question on everyone's mind is, why wasn't he in a movie where Donnie needed him the most? Well,
facts. Bro, and as I was watching Creed 3, I'm just thinking like, bro, this is like Drago, cool. Drago, okay, that was one of his. That was big for him, whatever. But this situation right here, I feel like he really needed, he really could have used it.
The reason is pretty simple, and Michael B. Jordan has clarified it time and time again.
What is this? What is he wearing? What is this? What kind of shirt that he's wearing?
Adonis needs to stand on his own 2 feet now and carry his own legacy. That's what Creed 3 is all about. No more, no less. Yes, right. The whole Stallone
that makes sense.
debacle was a major factor in Stallone's choice not to appear in it. But that doesn't mean that Adonis should keep waiting for his mentor to show up whenever he's in trouble. Over the last few years, he's carved himself a beautiful life. He's steadily built a legacy that he'll one day leave for his daughter. And as of this video, Creed 3 is on track to becoming the most successful movie of the franchise. People across the board love it, with its current Rotten Tomatoes score standing steady at 88%. That's a huge deal. So even though Stallone isn't in a Rocky franchise movie for the first time ever, the movie still pays homage to his legacy. In a new interview with Hot 97, Micheal explained that both Stallone and Rocky Balboa's DNA are running through the film. The entire concept of the franchise is based on the spirit of the underdog.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on. Come on, bro.
How far are you willing to go to prove your resilience?
Bro, this was literally a W movie, bro. I would actually sit and watch this again.
How many punches before you finally give up?
It was such a
That's
good
why
movie,
both
bro.
Rocky and Adonis are so relatable. Jordan tried creating a story that connects to the underdog spirit in all of us. And I think it's safe to say that he's done an excellent job. Both Donnie and his best friend turned adversary, Damien, go through hardships. They're beaten down, burned, and then rise from the ashes for a race to the top. That's what helps audiences connect with them. The thing is, you don't need Rocky Balboa to tell the underdog story. Many fans agree that Creed 2 was the perfect end to his character arc. Everyone that he ever loved had either moved on or passed away. He met Adonis and found a reason to keep moving forward. He was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma and went through really difficult chemotherapy to overcome it. He did everything he wanted to do in life and more. And near the end of Creed 2, he tells Donnie that it's his time now. Rocky's time had come and gone. So, Creed 3 is about Donnie moving forward. And in order to do that, Jordan said that they needed to dive deep into his past. How do you break a person down and rebuild them stronger than ever? Have them deal with their childhood traumas. And what better way to do it than in the ring, with your best friend as your opponent? And if it sounds like the plot of an anime, then you're not entirely wrong. Jordan's a huge nerd about anime, especially Naruto Shippuden. In fact, you can even see posters of the anime in his room in the movie. Jordan didn't hold back on the anime inspiration, and it shows. The fight scenes are well-paced, with excellent story beats sprinkled in between. And that's what you get when you change up the storytelling and add new voices to the design process. Of course, Stallone missed out on all of this. He said it's a regrettable situation and that the movie moves in a different direction than the one he envisioned. He claims that he knows what it could have been instead, and that the philosophy being used throughout the directing and screenwriting processes is of a different breed. He insists that Rocky has always been about triumph. Sure, his heroes get beaten up and go through hell, but they always come out on the other side. However, Creed 3 takes Adonis to some really dark places, and Stallone wasn't okay with that. Of course, he wasn't too upset about it. He wished Jordan luck for his first time as director, and they've all moved on at this point. But all of this is moot if Stallone was right. Should Creed 3 have been different? And did his absence make a difference in the quality of the story? Well, the movie is a huge success internationally. Not only are critics and fans impressed with Michael B. Jordan as a director, they're also happy with the anime-inspired fight scenes. But there's one person who stands out among the cast, and it's Jonathan Majors. He has a powerful presence on screen, and it helps that he's ripped 6 Ways to Sunday in his shirtless scenes. Critics have described his performance as raw, powerful, and relatable. All 3 ingredients that make up a compelling villain. Plus, his on-screen chemistry with Jordan is amazing. You could tell the 2 actors enjoyed filming together and pushed each other to their limits. But it's hard to ignore the elephant in the room. From the moment the movie begins to when the credits roll, you genuinely miss the Italian stallion. It's clear that audiences missed Stallone this time around. Sure, the movie was brilliant and everything about it is top-notch, but you can't help but want Rocky back at Donnie's side. It may be his movie and his journey, but he'll always need his favorite uncle. The movie feels different because he wasn't there, and a lot of older audiences who grew up watching Rocky Balboa weren't too happy either. But it's safe to say that the training wheels are officially off.
Okay, so most likely he's going to come back in the next movie, but it's a chance that he's not. Simple. That it's